Staff Senate report.
Good evening. Nice to see you. I'd like to introduce, my God, Zuby Wilson.
Stage fright. Don't worry.
I'd like to introduce Zuby Wilson as the new co-chair of Staff Senate. I can't quite remember how the elections went, but we have actually, we're a slate of 4 new officers. So Zuby and I are the co-chairs. Vaughn Hagman, who's in the back row, Vaughn, is our new communications officer. And Linda Castle is our new secretary. So we are fully staffed. You have the Staff Senate meeting minutes from September 18th, which at the time we did not have a secretary. So Zuby was good enough to take those minutes. And we've had a meeting since, but did not have the minutes approved in time to get them into the packet. So you'll see those next time. We've spent a lot of time in the last several Senate meetings, looking at policies. A lot of policies coming through the councils are coming through Staff Senate. Mm-hmm. And so we've spent a considerable amount of time looking at those. And one of the things that we realized, not just from that, but just in terms of trying to put agendas together for the meetings, was that we weren't meeting frequently enough. Whereas Faculty Senate meets twice a month for 2 hours each meeting, Staff Senate was meeting once a month for 1 hour. So we've added a second monthly meeting, so we're now meeting again twice a month, which will give us more opportunity to discuss materials coming through the councils, but also staff-specific issues. And related to that, it's also challenging oftentimes for folks to get to the Staff Senate meetings for the timing. So we've set one. We're holding one meeting in the morning, one meeting in the afternoon, so that we'll give more opportunity for people to participate. And then Zuby, I think, wanted to introduce yourself and then mention something else we've been talking about.
Yeah, and also one of the things we added a second meeting that's at a different time, so people who had difficulty scheduling in the first meeting now can generally, everyone can make it to one of the 2 meetings. But I think beyond that, we're trying to look very hard at, there are a lot of people who either are not interested in or would be very difficult for them to make it to meetings in general, and how can we reach out and represent people who are unable, or it's not a priority for them to come to meetings, but still have concerns. And not just concerns, we also really want to look at this more as not just there's things that are wrong that we need to fix, but there are things that we'd like to do that are going to enhance our ability to serve the students better at the college. And I think that's an attitude we really want to bring to the Staff Senate to really make it a very positive body, really helping to make this a better place.
Great. So,
and next time, now that we know that we have our own clip on TV, we'll try to be more entertaining.
Having been a former staff member and having done Staff Senate, one of the things we did back in the day, as my grandkids say, back in the day, we looked at every department. We looked at actually the structure of the college, and we looked at it and said, do we have representation for the staff from each of the departments that we're looking at, from major, because each one is divided down, and so that's what we started looking at, and it was difficult. And I think now we have a lot stronger administrative support and board support that you should go for it, and actually, and it doesn't. I don't think personally now the way things are is that it's not necessarily a physical attendance. It could be a virtual attendance type of thing, and I think that's okay too. So anyway,
we've been for meetings. Dr. Guzman has a meeting with the Staff Senate officers every month, in addition to our regular Staff Senate meetings. And for both of those, we encourage folks who can't attend the meeting to bring agenda items forward so that we can discuss them in the Senate and get back to people. One of the things that we're talking about is actually going to the different departments. There are some departments where it's simply not feasible for them to get away. It wouldn't matter when we met. So we want to go to them and be able to solicit their input and bring it back for Staff Senate discussion.
That's real critical.
And then we're also in the process of reviewing our Staff Senate Constitution, which has not been reviewed since it was created a long time ago. And so that will also give us an opportunity to revisit issues like representation from the different.
My personal thing is I would like to see a lot of our staff that are Spanish, their first language, that they be included, whether it be through individual communication or attending the meetings. I mean, that's what I worked for back then, and I think it's really important to work for that now. That's my preference, man.
And when we were writing a letter to the president, we did pilot where we actually had that all translated into Spanish. And one of the things we run into then is a lot of the people who don't speak English also are not don't really get onto the computers to look at their campus emails. So it is going to take a great deal of outreach and figuring out how to deal with the language barriers as well.
I think it's worth it.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I think that opening up the meetings that the Staff Senate has with me to more than officers, I think has done, it has been well received, as well as we've opened up the meetings that I had with the Senate officers. We've broadened it where anybody can come, and we advertise those meetings, and we don't stick to the agenda, but people can come in and ask questions as they wish.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.